Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Spiffing Brit, and today we're playing no game at all. We're just playing Let's Get Games at ridiculously cheap prices. Or, actually no, not even ridiculously cheap prices. We're gonna get them for free. You see, one of the great things about Steam is that games go on sale, and so you often buy more games, and that money goes to developers, and then the developers use that money to either make DLC or more games, or just to improve their existing games. What a fantastic process indeed. The only downside is games on Steam cost money. And also, for some reason, Steam decided that they wouldn't like to add any exploits into their Black Friday sale this year, which I'm perfectly understanding of. That's okay, Steam, but I want a true, gritty, exciting Black Friday exploit. So naturally, that's where we're going to have to go off of the Steam website and instead introduce quite possibly what is sometimes regarded as the worst game purchasing website in the history of game purchasing websites. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's G2A! Oh, good lord. So, G2A is often regarded by mostly game developers to be literally the scum of the earth. The sole reason being that about 90% of the keys on this website are practically just stolen. Pretty sure it was the Stardew Valley developer who once famously said that he'd rather you pirate their games than buy a key off of G2A because in either cases, he sees absolutely none of the money. So instead, allow me to offer you a cool, hip alternative to piracy, which also simultaneously may or may not bankrupt G2A. Also, in a legal sense, disclaimer time, this video is purely informative, designed to give G2A the understanding of what went completely wrong this Black Friday. Please do not sue me. I will fight back. Oh good god, I hope I don't lose my channel again. Anyway, this is an exciting time for everyone, because of course G2A are doing their Black Friday sale. Now, if we go into the G2A website, you can buy games. However, buying games on the G2A website, it's kind of pretty similar to Steam at the moment. It'll be like, hey, 80% off of Minecraft, 90% off My Little Pony's Adventures in the Middle East with Call of Duty. Who knows what games are actually on sale? However, G2A also has, I know, this is amazing, loot boxes. Imagine when you're trying to buy a game, you just buy a loot box instead, and the loot box decides which game you're going to be playing. Now, you might be sat there thinking, wow, this is the greatest idea ever. It's actually terrible. Imagine the situation you find yourself in. You want to play a actual game, however, instead of getting a game you'll actually like, due to the way loot boxes work, chances are you just straight up won't. Loot boxes are a very strange thing. I 100% recommend never to try and make money off of loot boxes or RNG mechanics. It is almost always destined to fail. I mean, I absolutely love some of the fantastic cheesy things which people did with the latest CSGO operation. For example, Anomaly discovered you could buy about 100 stars in the operation for about 30 euros, but the resources which you'd be given for free for those 100 stars would in turn pay out anywhere between about 25 and 50 euros. Naturally, however, as soon as an exploit like that is discovered, because it was entirely weighted to the Steam marketplace, it absolutely crashed. This time, however, we're weighted to the G2A marketplace, which is, it's just weird. No one quite knows how this works. It's just basically however many keys the Russian Bitcoin miners can churn out for, say, We Happy Few or One Piece World Seeker. I have never heard of that game. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're going to be having a fun time doing, effectively, some profitable gambling, because the people over at G2A decided to create these fantastic Black Friday loot boxes and turn down the cost of them. So how the system works is you basically add coins to your account. Loot points are their so-called fake currency. They don't really have much of a real-world value other than 10 loot points roughly equals €1. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be whacking on 16 loot points, also known as 1.6 euros. And what's effectively going to be happening is we're going to be increasing this because someone at G2A slipped up and forgot to balance this bloody thing. Well, so here's another reason why genuinely G2A is an absolutely scummy website, because look at this. You go for a purchase and every time it tries to whack on 7-day free trial G2A Plus, you have no say in the matter. It literally wants to throw it at you constantly. It's stupid. Absolutely stupid. Imagine if you're a small child and you're making a purchase. Admittedly, you shouldn't be, but if you were, you're going to get caught out by that. Well, bam, we got our 16 loot points. Hopefully, my credit card is not going to get cancelled by my bank because I'm supporting some kind of criminal syndicate, but you know, it's fine. So we're €1.60 down. Simply, all we have to do is to turn a profit. Now, as I mentioned, the system is a bit skewed because say you wanted to buy a normal case. Well, let's say you wanted to play a first-person shooter. Well, that's going to cost you 60 loot points, or alternatively €6 to open, and you're going to get one of these games. games. Now, some of the games are good, but I'm just going to be saying it now. Someone who is very happy playing the original Borderlands is probably not necessarily going to be over the joy playing Final Doom or Quake. And equally, it's €6 to actually spin this, and chances are you're not going to get what you want. However, if we use the Black Friday cases, like say this one here, which has 67 games and apparently value of €1,000, we can spin this bad boy for only 4 loot points. And provided the game key which we get at the end of the day is a higher value of loot points, we can then sell that to get more loot points. Now there is of course effectively a slim gambling chance here, because if we were to say land on, say, I don't know, Spec Ops The Line, there's a chance we effectively lose some of our loot points. Anyway, we'll just have to see how it goes. This is incredibly stupid. Basically, if the game is less than 40 cents, we lose our money. But if I look in here, I do believe it's Chicken Shoot, something Conquest and Ninja. Yeah, I think there's only about maybe 6 games which I can completely lose it on. So we'll see. Right, this is gambling, by the way, so 100% I do not recommend this. I'm simply doing this video for entertainment purposes. Good God, do not put any money on G2A. Please, just stop. It's not worth it. Right, let's open. Oh yeah, it's gambling. Get that endorphin gambling kick. Woo. Okay. Oh yeah, we're getting special. What is this? Okay, I'm not sure what this is. It's certainly not a game. Special 70% off Grand Theft Auto Premium. Can I sell this? What is this? Why do I have it? This was not what I wanted. I've got no idea how that last one works. We're just gonna scrap that one. That one never happened. I have no idea what to do with it. Bam. We're gonna do it again. I know, it's gambling. Apparently the thing we got would have turned a profit. I don't know how to sell it or get rid of it. Do not give me a second one. Oh my God, No Man's Sky. Fine, I'll take Earth 2140. This is gonna be a massive loss, but that's fine. So this is actually one of the worst games basically on the list, and it is €0.45, and basically because it's not particularly got any value, we can sell it for 3 loot points. Opening the case was only 4 loot points, so technically we've only lost 1 loot point. Now yes, this is horrific gambling, I know, and we're going to have to spin again to try and turn a profit. Good God, what am I doing? Oh, fantastic, the original Sniper Elite. I know, hardly it's gonna be a fantastic game, but that's not technically what we needed. Sniper Elite is €0.9. It's complete and utter garbage, yet we can sell it for 7 and we're back at 10, even though we just picked up a second copy of the bloody GTA 70% off. Honestly, I'd take a copy of Lego Hobbit, but no, we got 2 Point Hospital. Now this is where the system breaks a bit, because as I mentioned, we started out with 14 loot points, but now because we've landed upon a rare, say 2 Point Hospital, suddenly we now have 139. Now you can't technically take loot points off of this account, but what you could do theoretically is just spin it until you get a game that you want. If you are going to do this risky strategy, firstly, you're likely to lose money, but secondly, also, remember that the games you get off of here and put on your Steam account, the developers see nothing of. And if you really care about the game and really do enjoy it, I strongly recommend, after you've had fun, buy the game again on Steam and gift it to a friend who you think would also enjoy it. Whilst I have absolutely nothing against someone who wants to try and steal money from G2A, I would be quite upset if we don't also support some fantastic game developers, like say the lovely people who made 2 Point Hospital. They made a fantastic spiritual successor. High five to them. Anyway, let's loot again now that we have 140 points. Yeah, it's going to be quite difficult to lose all of these points now, I must say. Oh, come on. It's either Dead Cells or Lord of the Rings. Oh yeah, guys, it's Lord of the Rings. Woo! Oh, I love Lego Lord of the Rings. Cost us 4 to spin, we can sell it for 7, and bam, we go again. So yes, this is kind of how the system works. This is a bit of a silly system indeed. Are we going to get Chicken Shoot 2? I'm pretty sure Chicken Shoot 2 is the cheapest one on this list. Oh no, it's €0.4. Come on, Chicken Shoot 2. Okay, so we make a loss of 1. We still technically have made a fair bit of a profit, but I'd still like to have more, you know. Do not give me Grand Theft Auto 5. Equally, I'm not particularly happy with No Man's Sky. Oh yes, Lego Lord of the Rings. Yeah, it's a perfect game. I think I have received Earth 2140 quite a lot. I'm interested to know what this game actually is. Nonetheless, just keep spinning. I know, it's horrific gambling. Okay, I'm pretty sure any of these and we turn a decent profit. Grid 2, what are you gonna be? 7, that's fine. And spin again. Oh no, this is a scummy marketing practice too. An exclusive offer which gives you plus 10% loot points. Right, G2A. So the idea of this is you give it to someone and then they add more loot points to their account. Oh god. Oh, Siberia 2, Steam Global. That looks good. it's worth nothing. Yes. Alternatively, if the 4 LP point case isn't particularly doing well for you, well then hey, you can open up the 2 LP point case. This one costs effectively less to open, but equally still has a chance of turning a decent profit. I mean, yes, we're gonna get dirt-free complete Steam edition here, and we can just sell it and we break even. Don't you dare give me Dirt Rally 2 72% off. God damn you, G2A. Now, I currently find myself a fair bit later. Now, sadly, the case I was using has gone. The odds of it were pretty decent. There was still like a decent chance that you would lose money, probably about a 30% chance that no matter what you do, you are just going to end up losing money. However, with odds like that, it does generally skew into your favor, especially if you have a large sample size. And consequently, with the money we generated off of the sale of the first game, by sinking it all back into that first case, which was valued at 4 loot points or whatever this fake online currency is, and by sinking it back into that, we managed to effectively turn a profit, and that's why we now see ourselves sat up here at 428 loot points. What we can do with the loot points is effectively nothing. Sure, there's a couple of cases we can use. There's a few like AAA cases which guarantee you get, say, I don't know, a AAA game, but once again, it's a randomized chance. You are not actually guaranteed that you're going to get a game which you even want to play. There's only a couple of like decent cases if you have a rough idea of what you want to play, and that would be, for example, like say the Total War case, because at the end of the day, most people are happy playing almost any Total War game because they're all pretty similar and all good fun. But even then, you might just end up getting a key for a game you already own. And the biggest issue I have with G2A and the loot boxes is that the actual keys and the games themselves, they display in a way which makes it look like everything has the exact same chance. You have all of these rares displayed and they look like they have the exact same chance as showing up as one of these commons. They don't. They 100% don't. We're talking about almost 75 times out of 100 you are only going to be getting a common. The only reason this exploit worked is the fact that the common had around about a 50% chance of actually either breaking even or turning a very small profit. That is the only way this exploit actually functioned. But still, with odds like that, and if I were to release a video like this where people would go in if this Black Friday thing was still going on, I certainly know a few thousand of you would try and go into G2A and replicate this. Don't. Because even if you get a key for a game you want, let's say you want to play DayZ on Steam, you get your DayZ key, you go onto Steam and you try and activate it. You then get flagged warning that your key is actually been stolen and is just simply floating around on G2A. Then you don't get your DayZ and you've lost a lot of money. And because you've claimed it off of G2A, you can't get it back either. There have been so many reported incidents of like game developers getting hacked and losing thousands of keys, and then the keys end up on G2A. But if your key has been stolen and you claim it, you can risk losing your account because it looks ridiculously suspicious on Steam's end. I've ended up with a bunch of games which sure I could end up playing. Like I've got about 63 games which I could mess about with. Some of them are okay, some of them I might enjoy, but at the end of the day, it's honestly not really worth risking my Steam account over. So even though I have all of these loot points and they have immense value, personally, it's not worth the risk. I would just simply wait for the next Steam exploit to roll around and then buy my games that way. Although actually, no, I wouldn't do that. I'd buy my games the proper way. No exploits, right Steam? Wink wink, nudge nudge, yes? To be fair, I'm quite excited for the Steam winter sale this year. Hopefully we do get it. I mean, Black Friday sales are always great, but Steam winter sales, provided they come with a fun little mini game, oh, now that's where certainly a cheesy bit of exploitation can begin. But hey, this has been my adventure into the GTA loot and the fantastical Black Friday exploit which we've been given. As fun as it would have been to show off effectively an hour of me opening cases, after a while I got very bored, basically just shut down and opened up 17 tabs all spinning away. And I also have to take kind of responsibility that if I show that off and something magical happens, people think they can replicate it. You can't. This is a RNG based exploit. An RNG based exploit in a video game is fine. An RNG based exploit where actual real world money is on the line is not okay. Anyway, chances are this video will end up being released after all of these Black Friday shenanigans end. And hey, if you're watching from G2A, thanks for the Black Friday sale. Thanks for giving me some content to make. But by God, please just include some kind of like set odds so that people opening the cases understand. Because you make it look like, oh, you have a 10% chance of getting a rare. It's exactly the same chance as getting a common, but no, that one common game has a, say, 10% chance of you landing on it, and that rare game has a 0.1% chance of you landing on it. If you want to actually start being taken seriously as a reputable company, as you often claim, then maybe actually start doing some reputable business practices instead of just reselling stolen keys and trying to scam people. It's just not exactly very good indeed. But hey, if you have indeed enjoyed watching me exploit G2A's Black Friday, then feel free to give this video a like, and also hop down into the comments section and tell me about some of your favourite Black Friday pickups, which hopefully aren't at the expense of G2A. Hopefully all of you will have gone onto Amazon and ordered yourself a massive bag of Yorkshire tea, because my oh my, that does make me very happy. Oh, and also I technically have a Black Friday sale of my own. It won't particularly exploit you very much, but hey, all of my merchandise is 30% off if you use this fantastic code on screen, meaning you can get yourself one of these very sexy mugs to drink Yorkshire tea out of. Oh my. Anyway, enough of my self-promotion. I hope you all have indeed enjoyed watching today's video, and hey, if you'd like to see more strange exploits which I end up stumbling into on the internet, then feel free to consider subscribing, and also ding the notification button, because half of you don't even know that I just upload at 6:30 every other day. Admittedly, that is due to the fact that you're in different time zones, but still, it's not my fault that you guys can't work out where the best time zone is. I mean, we the Brits, we practically invented time. We are indeed basically time lords. Anyway, as always, a massive thank you to each and every one of my majestic patrons who make these fantastic videos all the more possible. I mean, for a start, you guys gave me the €1.60 necessary to get to this situation here today. Thank you very much. Now I finally get to go play Spyro on Steam. Yes, Spyro, the reignited trilogy. Oh god. Thanks, Patreons. And hey, if you're wondering what video to watch next, look no further than this one on screen now. It's very similar to what happened in today's video. I'm hoping that you should indeed enjoy it. Anyway, I'll see each and every one of you in the next one. Have an absolutely lovely day, and goodbye for now.